The voice, and now here's the voice of Richard Kiley. We spared no expense. And this is a figure review for the Jurassic Park San Diego Comic-Con 2019 exclusive Mattel John Hammond 3 3/4 inch figure. Now this, as I said, this figure was sold exclusively at San Diego Comic-Con. Hopefully Mattel will license it to be released for mass retail at most retailers. I know they made a deal with Entertainment Dirt to release it through them. Initially it was only available through San Diego Comic-Con. I managed to pick this one up off eBay. I didn't pay the ludicrous prices that people were looking for before San Diego Comic-Con. The initial price point of this figure was $15.99. People before Comic-Con started were looking for anything between $200 to $300 for this particular figure. I was refusing to pay that for reasons of, not being able to afford such a high price for such a small figure. It is done in the 3 3/4 inch scale. But before I get onto the figure, I'll just get onto the packaging. Now, I normally not one for really keeping packaging for stuff, because I collect more figures than I do packaging, and I have very little space to store it. But the box for this one is quite cool. So you have the opening doors to Jurassic Park, and inside you should be able to see the figure. Obviously I've taken it out. And then for getting the figure out of the box, you have the famous Jurassic Park logo on the back, and it's done in the old style of the Kenner style packaging with the jungle in his silhouette behind it, and you have the T-Rex logo, and you got just the legalese stuff at the bottom. So to get the figure out of the package, there's 2 tape tabs on the side, and when you open up that packaging, you have another design for the gate for Jurassic Park, except this one says Jurassic World Legacy Collection, and when you flip it around, it just says John Hammond is a creator, innovator, and loving grandfather who has the high hopes for his theme park off the coast of Costa Rica. However, on Isla Nublar, the attractions sometimes eat the visitors. Welcome to Jurassic Park. And then it has an image of Grant, Sattler, and Hammond all around the baby raptor on the back of the packaging. So if I just slip this back in, it takes a little bit to get back in. I'll leave it that way for the lovely logo. So to get the scale out of the way quickly, I'll just take his accessories away. He doesn't come with many accessories. Assuming if they do a mass retail release, they'll probably drop the egg base. So he stands just around the 3 3/4 inch mark, just a little touch higher just because of the hat. But he is quite a nicely sculpted figure. So for his accessories, he comes in an egg base, and it comes a little baby velociraptor after hatching out of its egg, and you have another egg that's kind of cracking open. The base itself is smaller than the one that you see in the movie. In the movie, it was actually a larger kind of egg nest with there were 5 or 6 eggs in it, whereas this one just has 2 to represent that little section. And then the other thing he comes with is this. I'm not sure if it's going to pick it up on camera. It's very, very small. So bear with me a moment. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus in on it. There we go. It is his walking cane, and on the very top of the walking cane, in amber, or in the amber relief, is the mosquito trapped in amber, and it comes attached to his right arm in the packaging. He can hold it with both arms if he wants, but it is designed to be held in the right. It does fit a little loosely. You can kind of squash it in there. His hands are rubbery plastic. So bear with me a moment just while I angle down the camera a bit so you can see him. So he is quite a nice figure. For the figure itself, just bring him up. Here he is. If it'll focus on him. So he has his glasses on. He has his, I think it was like a Panama hat. He has the white shirt, gold watch, nothing on the other arm. He has standard articulation for this line, so his legs can do the splits. He can go forward a bit. He's not too hindered. His overcoat or his shirt is actually rubbery plastic. He does have the waist swivel. It has split. It has a split up the front, and it's kind of locked in place up at the shirt area. And then he has a split side, so you can angle out the legs. Not so much in the back because of the sculpting of the pants. He has single jointed knees. Nothing in the ankles. He has shoulder articulation, so his hands can go up that much. His hands can rotate all the way around. He has a single elbow joint with a swivel, and then his head is on a ball joint. So you can get him in some good poses, and as I said, you can have him holding that stick or the walking cane. So just for size comparisons, I will bring in Dr. Ian Malcolm. The other figures I have from the Legacy collection line is Ian Malcolm, Dr. Grant, and Dr. Ellie Sattler. The only figure I'm missing from this line, which is on its way to me, is the Muldoon one. Grant's a bit off. So he does stand a little small. Well, with the hat on, he stands about the same height as the others, but if he were to remove the hat, he would be a little smaller, which is true to form. He was around the same height as, I think, Will. He was a kind of a smaller statured person, so he wasn't as tall as the other characters in the movie. Remember correctly, he was a bit smaller than Grant, or Sam Neill, the actor who plays Grant, and he's smaller than Jeff Goldblum. So the scale does scale up. And then just for another size comparison, we have a T-Rex. So here he stands. This is the well, it's actually the Destructosaur version of the T-Rex, which is a reuse of the Legacy Rex. No, the Extreme Chomping Legacy Rex. Just get it in and stand it up. So if I open them out, you see it doesn't have the tongue, but you can see it scales up pretty nicely. I just angle the camera back up and pull it back out a bit, so you can see it stands pretty nice next to him. And then just for further size comparisons, because I have them handy, just move the figures out of the way. Oh, I should note he does have peg holes on the bottom of his feet. And then just for another size comparison with other more regular lines, here he is with Doc from the 25th G.I. Joe line. Here he is with Titan from the core line. So they are bigger scale figures. I think the 25th and modern era G.I. Joes were in the 4-inch scale. Yeah, they were in the 4-inch scale, whereas these guys are 3 3/4 inch, and then we have the core figures, which tend to be they are 4-inch as well, but they're kind of slightly more bulkier and a little bit a hair over that 4-inch. But there you go. There is a quick video review for John Hammond from Jurassic Park. As I say, if you have the opportunity to pick this figure up, do so. Don't pay over the odds for it. It is, even though it's a fantastic figure, try not, pay ludicrous money for it. And hopefully Mattel will see sense and release him normally, so if you want to hold off, you may get a regular retail release, just to finish off that line. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video review, and as I say in my videos, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Cheers.